Okay, in case you missed it, ISIS seized yet more U.S. weapons. First there was Fast and Furious, where the Mexican drug cartel got our guns, then ISIS again. That's three strikes, bud. Someone send this fucker out of here already. And I believe Dominic adesanya tried to do that. He's 23 years of age. He jumped the White House fence and was arrested for assaulting police dogs and making threats. Male checks female box when applying for college, which makes me bring up this point. Boys and girls are now sexist words. You have to use gender-neutral terms. Why don't we just call everybody a tranny? Now I want to talk to you about the fact Obama wants to send 34 million illegal immigrants here in the United States over the next couple of years. And might I bring up the idea of population control devices, which could vary from guns to knives to gasoline with matches, all of which I stated were weapons used to kill U.S. citizens with. Anything that could possibly be used to kill, because Islamists are killing us, why can't we do the same to them? But don't say we're killing, just say the deportation of illegals, we're taking it into our own hands. Deport them to their graves. Ha ha ha. What is the difference between a businessman and a gay man? One packs a briefcase and the other packs fudge. Did you hear about Michelle Obama's liposuction? Well, she got the fat sucked out of her penis, and that's why you can't see it anymore. Yahoo News had a Where Are They Now update of Saved by the Bell edition. I don't know where they are now because I didn't read the article, but if you're following what's being taught in schools right now, they would probably be Muslim extremists. Pastor Manning says that homosexuals are more dangerous than ISIS. Islam extremists are destroying the church from the outside, but homosexuals are destroying them from the inside. ISIS is cutting off people's head, while the homosexuals are giving people head by force. The Psych Ward for people who broke into the White House. How about Obama and the Democratic break-in of the White House? Should Obama be examined? Because I've heard countless sources say he is an empty suit, an emotionless, conscienceless sociopath. And those kinds of people don't seem to care who might die, not even themselves. Moving on, Lisa Kudrow says that gay men are superior to straight men. I just heard that on E.T. Williams' channel, and I just want to say this. A genius is a person who displays exceptional intellectual ability, creativity, or originality, typically to a degree that is associated with the achievement of an unprecedented leap of insight, e.g., Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, a German mathematician and philosopher. He occupies a prominent place in the history of mathematics and the history of philosophy. Leibniz developed calculus independently. Leibniz's mathematical notation has been widely used ever since it was published. Leonardo da Vinci was an Italian polymath, painter, sculptor, architect, musician, mathematician, engineer, inventor, anatomist, geologist, cartographer, botanist, and writer. He is widely considered to be one of the greatest painters of all time, and perhaps the most diversely talented person ever to have lived. Albert Einstein, his genius, perhaps more than that of any other figure, was a German-born theoretical physicist and philosopher of science. He developed the general theory of relativity, one of the two pillars of modern physics, alongside quantum mechanics. He is best known in popular culture for his mass energy equivalence formula E equals mc squared, which has been dubbed the world's most famous equation. He received the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics for his services to theoretical physics, and especially for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect. The latter was pivotal in establishing quantum theory. Those were geniuses. Those were superior people. I'm challenging anyone to look up gay geniuses on Google and see what you come up with. They're not called crammers because of the studying they do to cure disease. They're called crammers. Banana crammers. Fudge-packing banana crammers. Nightmare on Elm Street turns 30 this year. Meanwhile, the Nightmare in Washington turns 53 this year. Speaking of which, the U.S. is struggling against ISIS, which would be Obama's fault because he allowed ISIS to seize our weapons. U.S. condemns Iranian woman's execution. The state hanged Rayhana Jabari after being convicted of murdering an officer she said tried to assault her. Hello? 9/11? Underwear bombing? How about the Muslim who ran over those two people in the name of Allah? He called up the police officer and even said so. We don't know these Muslim people. We don't trust these Muslim people. We don't know what their intentions are, so I don't blame the officer. Finally, Jean Shaheen got laughed at because she couldn't answer whether or not she supports Obama.